Okay.
Okay, hi Michelle. My name is Sam Siraco, and the first pitch, it's gonna be a couple of series. The main title of the series is Never Miss a Moment, and the first commercial out of this series is called A Touchdown Recital. The setting is a mother and either a father or the brother of a little girl, and they're at the little girl's dance recital. And the brother or father, whichever character we choose, he's sitting there watching and everything. He's looking a little bored, and everybody else is looking all excited to watch the little girls dancing on stage. And then we get a shot of the little girls dancing. And the brother or father looks around, and he slowly takes out his phone. And he turns it on, and he notices that a football game is on, and you can see in his face that he's getting all excited and everything. And all of a sudden he goes into a dream sequence, and the dream sequence is he's sitting at home, he's lounged, he's spread out all on the couch, he's stuffing his face with chips and food, and he's watching the same football game that he was watching at the dance recital. And all of a sudden they get a touchdown, and then it goes back to reality. And you can see in his face, he's like, yes! But he has to make it soft so that nobody can tell that he's watching football instead of the dance recital. So the mother kind of hears him, looks over at him, and just stares at him. And she tells him, turn that off. And so he looks back at her, he turns it off, and then she looks away, and he turns it back on. And then she looks at him again, he turns it off, and it goes back and forth a couple of scenes. And then she finally looks at him, and he just looks at her, gets up, goes into the next seat, sits down, just looks at her, takes it out, and starts watching it. Doesn't care what she says the whole rest of the time. And it goes to a blank screen, and the title comes up, Never Miss a Moment or Never Miss a Scene, whichever title that we choose. And as the title comes up, you hear touchdown to kind of finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A goal!
Yes, whatever we want to use. So that's the first one in the series of Never Miss a Moment. The second one is called A Sitcom Wedding, and the setting is at a wedding. The main character is a bridesmaid. She's standing there at the altar with the other bridesmaids, and the bride and the groom are exchanging vows, and there's wedding music in the background. And the pastor or whoever marries people is speaking. He's saying, we're all joined here today, in the background a little bit. And the bridesmaid, she's, looking around, not really interested in the wedding. And she's standing to the side, and she slowly reaches in her dress somewhere. She pulls out a little device, her phone or whatever. And the groom starts saying his vows. You hear, I, John Doe, whatever his name is. And the bridesmaid is looking at the screen, and she's smiling, and it's a sitcom that she's watching. And she kind of giggles to herself a little bit as the groom is still saying his vows in the background. And all of a sudden she gives out a big ha-ha in this big church, and it echoes and everything because she's watching a sitcom. It's funny. And everybody turns and looks at her. Everybody stops. It becomes silent, and the bride and the groom turn at her and look at her. She like, ha-ha. Hey, and she just puts the phone away. So they go back to the vows and everything, and now it's the bride's turn. She starts saying, I, Jane Doe, and she takes the phone back out, and she laughs again. This time it's louder, and they all turn around and look at her again, and she puts it away. Then one of the other bridesmaids go, you better put that away, and she goes, okay. And when the bridesmaid turns around and is not looking at her anymore, she turns it out, pulls it out again, and starts watching. Then the bridesmaid looks back and goes back and forth. And finally she just pulls it out and continues watching it, and then it goes to a blank screen that says Never Miss a Moment or Never Miss a Scene, and all you hear is hysterical laughing as the blank screen and the writing is up. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And I was thinking of, for these series, maybe not having that much dialogue and having voiceover for like thoughts that are in their head, maybe to make it a little funnier, like as the brother is sitting there watching the football game and sees his mom looking over, he goes, what is she looking at? Or, a little funny commentary that they might be thinking at the time. And that's it.
Well, immediate feedback, those are hilarious. I could see them all playing out. They fit right into our current campaigns. We actually just shot a a new online promotion that's a flash kind of embedded video that we have a guy who's in the office who's daydreaming, and he's naked like throughout all these different places where he's watching his sports or whatever. So it goes very much in line with our existing sort of idea that we're trying to get out there. And I think it would be effectiveness wise. I think it, like I said, it's in line with what we are already doing. So hopefully what we're doing is already effective, doable, very, very doable. And then the hook, I could definitely see this catching on and hopefully being forward worthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think great. Overall, the only thing I have a little bit of issue with is where it gets to be a little bit of, how do I word this? Where it gets to be sort of a nuisance, where they're kind of getting a little bit annoyed with it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
So I like it, like the initial kind of where they're like, they give her the look, or they give the dad and the son the look, maybe just not drawn out so much, just so you get the point across, but not so you're reinforcing the negativity.
Okay.
Yep. If I could echo that, and that's